It's Cinemassacres! Monster Madness!
Burn, witch, burn, witch, burn, burn, burn!
City of the Dead is a gold mine when it comes to public domain horror films. It's from 1960 and also known as Horror Hotel. It centers around a student who's researching the history of witchcraft. Her professor, played by the great Christopher Lee, recommends that she travels to the Massachusetts town of Whitewood to learn of its history of witch burning. She travels to the town and picks up a mysterious hitchhiker who disappears. It's one of the many cinematic references to the classic story of the vanishing hitchhiker. It's also very similar to Psycho, which came out the same year, involving a woman who travels to a hotel, never comes back, and afterwards an investigation ensues of her disappearance. Just happens to be a sibling and a lover. The two films have many similarities, and even though Psycho was released 3 months before City of the Dead began shooting a month earlier than Psycho did. Of course, the novel by Robert Bloch was already published before both films, so the whole thing could just be a weird coincidence, and the majority of these films are completely different. The fictional town of Whitewood is an excellent setting with a sinister history. It was the place where an infamous witch was burned at the stake. In the final moment before she incinerated to a crisp, she put a curse on the town. It works on the great horror tradition of having a place with a haunted past. And now, in the present day, there still exists a coven of robed figures committed to making ritual human sacrifices to her. And it's no surprise that our main character is the perfect target. When she arrives in the town, everyone she meets is strange, starting with the gas station attendant. In a horror movie, anyone who works at a gas station is always suspicious. The pace is slow, but steady and consistently creepy. It creates an awkward mood. Everywhere she goes is a strange encounter, never shaking off the feeling of unease. I like how the town is so small that we really get a full sense of the space. There's the inn, the library, and the church, and we practically see her walk from these 3 buildings in real time. So we feel like we're there, that we know the whole layout of the town. It was all shot on a soundstage, which is perfect for horror movie exteriors. Rather than using a real location, this makes everything look artificial and creepy. I mean, where would you ever see that much fog? I love it. I can never get too much fog. It could be the worst movie ever made, but if it has a lot of fog, then I'm in. The look of City of the Dead is simply magnificent. It's one of the most visually appealing classic black and white horror films, with silhouetted figures, old spiderwebs, dark caverns, an antique clock face, flickering candles, slanted tombstones, rickety fences, and fog, 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 which I can't underemphasize. I love the depth of the scenery, how dark foreground objects stick out from the white bed of fog. A group of cloaked figures in front of an old dilapidated building, framed through a window, walking behind tombstones only to disappear behind dead tree branches. Hell fucking yeah! Now it's really Halloween. This is no famous classic, but it has a cult following. Rob Zombie used audio clips of it in his song Dragula.
Superstition, fear, and jealousy.
And Iron Maiden used video clips of it in their music video, Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. Not one of their best songs, though. There isn't much to this movie. It's simple but effective, and hey, it has Christopher Lee. You can't go wrong. Watch it in the dark, within the glow of the jack-o'-lantern.